Htwow, Season 4, June. Go, Dave.
Hi, Internet listener. You have found Htwow, High Tea with Old Waver. You're about to listen to episode 47 of the Proper Pod, the June 2021 episode. It's our very special Peel Session episode where we play the hits of all the stuff that you love and that you want your kids to love because it's awesome and it's better than all the stuff that they listen to. But before we get to that, we want to give a few shout outs. One, to our beer sponsor, Goodfriend Package. We love them. Two, to our vinyl sponsor, Positive Spin with a Z, positivespin.com. Stay tuned to figure out how you can win the Htwow Record of the Month. But most importantly, we want to give a special shout out and a deep, heartfelt thank you to our patrons, because our patrons have made this month's episode possible. As you'll hear coming up, we have a brand new studio setup at my house, so we don't have to go to Toby's house all the time. And it was made possible by the subscriptions of our patrons. You can go to Htwow on patreon.com, or you can go to oldwaver.com and click on premium and figure out how to subscribe for as little as $5 a month. There are different levels if you want more swag, but really it gets you a koozie, it gets you stickers, and it gets you the monthly After Dark podcast, which is the extended and more drunk version of this podcast. And all the cool kids are listening to it. And all those cool kids have made this very special episode possible. We are coming to you from my house in Dallas with brand new equipment. It's amazing. I can't even believe it. Can you?
I cannot believe it.
Listen to how great these microphones sound.
I know.
Listen to how great this sounds.
Please don't tap on them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can you not tap on them? Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'll treat the equipment with proper respect.
Don't tap on the microphone.
But please become a patron. Share this pod with your friends. Help this pod grow, because we don't spend money on advertising. Facebook ads don't work. Twitter, the only way this pod's going to grow is if you tell somebody about it. Pretty much. I don't know. I felt like I had more to go on, but that was about all I had.
So we're starting now?
Yeah, we're starting now.
Yeah, you're doing something over there.
I'm trying to make sure I'm not talking out of my ass like I was when I was talking about India IPAs.
If you could talk out of your ass, do you think your voice would be different?
Hard and ambitions are low, and resentment rides high, but emotions won't grow. And we're changing our ways, taking different roads. Then love will tear us apart again. Love will tear us apart again. Why is the bedroom so cold? Turned away on your side. Is my timing that floor? How the feelings run dry.
are back.
If there's a taste in
This
my mouth,
is Htwow
desperation takes hold.
June
Yeah,
2021,
there's something so good.
episode number
Just got mercy no more.
47 of your favorite pod.
Love will tear us
Can you believe it?
I can't believe that.
Love will tear us apart.
My name is Dave. I'm the Old Waver part. At Old Waver on Twitter. He's Toby. He's the high tea part. I should introduce you first since it's high tea with Old Waver.
I don't think it matters.
He is at Toby Pipes on Twitter.
Yeah. Good stuff. That sounded different than the original.
You know why?
Why, Dave?
Because we are making good on a promise to our dear listeners. We said on the May pod, episode 46,
Maypod.
if you listen to that one, we kind of called ourselves out because we have been playing a whole lot of new stuff. Just because we want to. We play what we want. But we promised for June that we were going to play Peel Sessions. This is our John Peel episode,
How exciting.
isn't it?
That is super exciting.
And we kicked it off there with Joy Division, Love Will Tear Us Apart. That was from 1979?
Yeah. You know why I'm sort of pumped about this, Dave?
Why?
It's because, not that we don't do our homework, but we're all listening to a lot of these for the first time ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, Peel Sessions, there are some that are burned in our brain,
Yes.
and we'll play one of those here in just a little bit. And then there are others that we've never heard before. Because John Peel did his BBC radio show. And if you don't know who John Peel is, legendary DJ on the BBC. And he started in the early 70s, right?
That sounds right.
Because I know the David Bowie stuff was from 72.
Yeah.
So I think that was right around when he started.
Because, he started off doing that. They all were doing those offshore pirate radio
Oh,
things.
right. Yeah.
I guess because BBC regulations back then, you all had to be a certain amount of miles in the ocean so you could play whatever you wanted. I think they all did that. So they were all on boats
Yeah.
somewhere. But I like boats.
Boats are good. I don't know if they went boat to boat.
That's not his real name.
It's not his real name?
Hold on, let me find it. It is John Robert Parker Ravenscroft.
Why didn't he go with that?
Yeah, I don't know where the Peel came from. I didn't look that up. But, yeah, that is not his real name. But he didn't... we'll get into some other stuff later of how it really connects to our town.
Right. Well, he died in 2004 at the age of 65.
It seems more recent to me than that.
I know, it does. But so his Peel sessions were recorded at the BBC studios and usually would be a 4-song set. Mm-hmm. And some of them became very famous. Some of them were not remembered after they aired.
Right.
And so if you look, and I will we found some repositories as we were doing our research. There are a few places that have basically. There was one that I found that had almost every Peel session ever. Mm-hmm. Thousands And then there is an actual John Peel like fan wiki, and they have like the top 125
Right.
that they culled together a list. I guess they did a poll or something.
I'm surprised the BBC doesn't have their own little.
Maybe they do,
go
and
to.
maybe I just didn't find it.
Yeah.
But it's ridiculous the number of artists that went through his studios that appeared on his show. He was very much a tastemaker, very influential in the glam, post-punk, new wave, Brit-pop, every movement of English music he was at the center of.
I just saw here he died in Peru.
So I guess he was
That's very far from.
on the beach.
Is that the farthest from England?
It might be on the exact opposite
Yeah.
end of the globe.
That's weird. But we'll get into other stuff about the John Peel. But don't you want to discuss what's really exciting right now?
Well, before I do that, we do need to mention that we have a sponsor.
Yes.
And I haven't had a chance because we kind of have been, you and I have been collaborating on this episode. Usually we pick 2 songs apiece and we surprise each other with what we're going to play. But because of the subject matter of this one, we kind of collaborated and decided what we were going to play together. And because of that, I didn't have a chance to run our intro song, the Joy Division song, past our sponsor, Positive Spin Records, to see if they actually have the Peel sessions in stock or if they can get it.
But if not, you can. I mean, they'll have the regular album version.
They'll have something. Yes. So the promotion that we started just a couple months ago is if you go to positivespin.com, positive with a Z, and you click on the banner at the top to win the Htwow Album of the Month, all you have to do is give them your email address, and they will conduct a drawing at the end of the month, just before the next pod comes out. And one winner will win a brand new vinyl copy of either Joy Division Peel Sessions or Joy Division Substance or Joy Division Closer or Joy Division Unknown Pleasures.
We'll find the closest thing we can.
Something.
But thanks to our readers, they're very excited. Positive Spin is.
Yeah,
they're
they
happy.
are very excited to be involved with Htwow, and we're glad to have them as part of our team.
Yeah.
We're assembling a team.
We have a team, and it all makes sense. Beer and music.
Yes, and speaking of beer, we do have a beer sponsor as well. Again, we're kind of post-pandy, but I still have not hit them up for beers.
We're ready.
We're ready. Maybe next month I'll cart some beers to College Station from Goodfriend Package.
It's been a wild week. There's no
One-
way you would have been able to hit that up, right?
Yeah, I know. Well, 1155 PV Avenue in Far East Dallas, Casa Linda area. Goodfriend Package is a wonderful place to get breakfast or lunch, to pick up beers to go, and also, you know, Goodfriend Burger Bar and Beer Garden across the street. Always wonderful.
So good.
We just want to give them love, even though they didn't provide this one. You know who did provide this?
Well, somebody that he got hit up on the After Dark, didn't he?
Yes, our good friend Dale brought these over to my house, and some of these were left over, oddly enough.
It's a funky can, Dave.
Yeah, so we have, for our first beer selection, because Htwow is a beer swap and a song swap,
Yeah.
this is from Toppling Goliath Brewing, which I've never heard of before, and it is called Pseudo Pale Ale, and for some reason it has a giant T-Rex.
Where is it from? Do you need me to?
I need you to, it's from, is that Iowa?
Where are you looking?
I'm looking at, Decorah, Iowa?
Okay.
Is that it? IA, is that the abbreviation for Iowa?
I think so.
Is that the outline of Iowa?
That is the outline of Iowa.
Okay.
So, yes. Weird. Brewed and beautiful Decorah.
Yeah, I don't know.
There you go.
But it is it's a pale ale. I have not tried mine yet. Have you?
Yeah, it's I'm all the way into it. Now this one you couldn't find.
I couldn't find the ABV.
Yeah, it is. They're wanting us to just guess it.
Let me do a quick search on the Giga.
You think you can find that on there?
Maybe. 5.8. So we're starting out
that's
easy.
all right. That's
We're starting out easy. I have a one that's a little stronger for our next beer.
Golly, that looks just like lemonade pouring in there.
I know. It's kind of hazy, but it is good. Mm-hmm. It's got kind of that citrusy wheat taste.
Yeah. I needed this, Dave. We needed a rally. It's been a week.
It has been a week. Yeah, so big news.
Big news. Bum, ba, bum, ba.
Sounder goes here. We are coming at you not from College Station, not from some random studio that we asked a friend to borrow.
Not from your Melrose Place apartment.
Not from my apartment. We are in Htwow studio
Yeah.
in the Lower Greenville neighborhood of Dallas. This is my dream come true.
It's really happening.
It's really happening.
It's happening.
We just set everything up this evening, and you were shocked and amazed that everything worked.
Yeah. Anybody that knows anything about music and studios knows that the first time you set everything up, it never works. And it works.
Everything worked.
I mean, we're not done yet. This whole thing could catch on fire.
Yeah, it's true.
But so far,
So far, so good.
what's up?
Yeah. So now, I don't want to oversell. We say it's a studio. It's basically my man cave.
Yeah, but we have a TV going. We have this basketball game we don't care about. We have all of your records next to you. I mean,
Posters on the wall.
posters.
We have my vintage stereo console.
Yeah.
We have brand spanking new monitors.
Let's think Paul from Sweetwater.
Yes.
My guy.
We have brand new microphones.
Microphone. I'm sitting on a lovely plush green couch.
Yes, and all of this has been made possible by our dear, sweet Htwow patrons. Holy crap.
Thank you, guys.
I know we talk about the Htwow After Dark maybe too much. Maybe we try to coerce you people that listen for free to give us money too much. But let me just thank those who do give us money, because if you go to patreon.com and search Htwow, or you go to oldwaver.com and you click on premium, you can become a patron for as little as $5 a month. And that money that we have earned, hard earned by creating content.
This is tough. Content is tough.
We have purchased all of this stuff on the dime of our patrons. And
Unbelievable.
really, honestly, as we were talking about this the other night, it's turning the page in Htwow history, because we certainly still have your beautiful studio in College Station, and I will certainly drive down there on occasion.
You need a vacay.
I need to get out of town every once in a while and just party with my bud and listen to some tunes. So we will still do College Station Htwow. But now that we have Dallas Htwow, this is where we can really start bringing in the heavy hitters and having guests on this program.
People way more important than us.
Yes. If you're a Ticket P1, we plan on having Ticket Luminaries. Toby is, so connected in the music biz.
So connected.
So we plan to have influencers, artists,
TikTokers.
Yeah. So, it's still going to be your boys. It's still going to be Dave and Toby for the most part. But we do at least have that avenue open to us now, that we can have another person, there's plenty of room over here.
Right
We
over
can-
there by the TV.
We can pull up another chair and bring in another mic stand, and we can have a beautiful guest to
can't
play
wait.
tunes with, and for you guys to get to know. So we're excited. We're
It's
very excited.
very comfy in here. And
Yeah.
it's also really quiet. This is nice.
It's cozy.
It is super
I was
cozy.
afraid that the dogs were going to go nuts, but
They might in a minute, but that's all right.
But I got the little the snakes to
Yeah.
go at the cracks of the door to try and kill the sound
We used to call those weed stoppers.
in the hotel.
But
Did it work?
we thought it did, but what do you? I mean, they probably worked pretty good.
Probably. I mean, better than not having anything there at all, or
Yeah.
just like a rolled up towel.
I did. There were a few times that I went to the lobby at Band Hotel and couldn't find the room, but definitely smelled my way back. And then I, from now on, I do all my hotel room numbers for cowboy names.
Oh, when you check in,
Uh-huh.
that your room number you associate it with former
Yeah.
Cowboys.
I'll say like Raphael Septien, Tony Dorsett. So I'm
133.
I'm in 133.
It's unfortunate that you have to always go to Raphael Septien when you're on the first floor.
When you're on the first floor, it's tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, that's how I can remember. Charlie Waters, Randy White.
4154.
Yeah, you get it.
Love it.
Use that.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
I've used that before.
Okay, I'm just saying. It really helps out.
Yeah, if you want to ever hack my email.
Well, what are we doing? The other good thing that it's because this is the first one from your lovely new abode
Yes,
is that we're getting back to our roots.
that's true.
This
Okay.
is going to be just the hits.
Yeah, so as we kind of talked about off the top, and we have so many things that we need to tell you about that it's hard to stay in the lane and keep from swerving all over the place. But yes, as we mentioned before, we've been playing new stuff, and we play stuff that we think you're going to like based on what we all have in common.
Yes.
Right?
Because of the stuff we used to like.
Yes. I mean, the world is moving on, and sometimes it's great to look back, but other times you want to stay in tune and in touch with what's happening right now.
Can't listen to old stuff all the time.
Yeah, we don't want to be trapped in our old ways. And so we have been playing a bunch of new stuff over the recent months of stuff that reminds us or is influenced by the stuff that we love. But this month, because it's the John Peel episode, we're making good on that promise. We are returning to the core of who we are. We're playing the hits.
It's every band that is our favorite bands. There's only one band we're not playing, and it's because we don't think they did a Peel session.
Yeah, I guess I could Google that, but I don't think Depeche Mode ever did a Peel session.
I don't think so.
I mean, back when the Peel sessions were in the heyday, he went on into the 90s, but back in the 80s, Depeche Mode wasn't a live band so much. A stripped down studio version wouldn't really communicate what they were all about.
I think they could have done it.
They could have done it, but and maybe John Peel had a thing against him. I have no idea.
He might. Yeah, it's weird that they're not on there, but yeah, but who cares? Doesn't matter.
But here's who we are going to play. We're going to play the Smiths.
Oh, this is good because we never list what we're gonna do at the start.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's just get it out there.
Let's get it out there.
And that's really what triggered this is because our intro outro last month was off of Hatful of Hollow.
That's right.
William, It Was Really Nothing by the Smiths, which was a Peel session.
Yes.
Hatful of Hollow is a collection of singles, B-sides, and Peel sessions. And so we played that, and then that sparked the idea, let's do a Peel Sessions episode. And so we're going to play the Smiths. We're going to play New Order. We're going to play Cocteau Twins. And we're going to play The Cure.
Golly, those are all really good bands.
I mean, that's kind of a Mount Rushmore,
I've heard of all of them.
right?
All those bands I've heard of before.
All of those bands I've listened to about 1 billion times.
I want to go to there.
So should we go ahead and kick it down?
Yeah, we starting off with the heavy hitter first.
Yeah, we are going to get right back to what triggered this episode in the first place, which is the Smiths. And as we said, some Peel sessions are more famous than the others.
Some ones are better than others. See what I did?
Yeah, huh?
See?
You made a Smiths joke.
Thank you.
I think Smith's Peel sessions are probably the most famous of all the Peel sessions. Would you agree, or is that just my bias?
From the ones that I've listened to, for some reason, and I think the Smiths are just like this, a very, very underrated band. I didn't know for years that the songs that I was listening to off of that was just a live session.
Right.
Kind of thing. I mean, they actually just set up, played it.
Yeah, there's no overdubs.
Morrissey sang it, and it sounds awesome.
Yeah. That's
you
the
can
thing.
hardly even tell from the original version what's going on because Johnny Marr's so good.
Yeah, that's what you have to keep in mind as you're listening to all of this stuff tonight. And then as we get on into the After Dark, if you're a premium subscriber, we're going to keep this going in the After Dark. Mm-hmm. All of these Peel sessions are live to tape. Band in a room, playing together, just hit record, play a 4-song set, and that's it.
I think the Cocteau Twins might be the most obvious because of her layered vocals.
Right.
But it's cool to hear her, how she does it without doing all the other stuff. It's cool. So I'm glad we're doing that one too. But let's kick off the Smiths right now.
This charming man, this is from 1983.
Oh.
September of 1983.
What were you wearing?
Garanimals. I don't know. No, I wasn't that young.
You weren't that young.
But probably something stupid like OP shorts and a Hobie shirt.
The kind of Velcro fly thing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I wasn't aware of the Smiths at that time, but this is what they laid down in the BBC One studios on the John Peel Show. This is This Charming Man on Htwow.
reverb at the end of that's fantastic.
Man, live to tape, bro.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, he's not like this engineer, producer, recorder guy.
Right.
So I'm wondering if he had like a team of people that for the studio stuff.
Surely.
Because that's pretty outrageous how good that sounds. I mean, it sounds just like the recording.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what he started off doing?
No.
Guess where he moved in 1960?
I don't know. Where did he move in 1960?
He moved to a city called Dallas, Texas.
Nuh-uh.
And his family, they were cotton producers in
Really?
England.
Okay.
Or wherever they were. But for some reason, he ended up in Dallas, Texas doing that, and then became an insurance salesman. And then he ended up interviewing or having some interaction with Kennedy and LBJ.
Okay, so I do have... okay, so when he was a traveling insurance salesman, he did converse with JFK and LBJ when they were touring Dallas during the election campaign of 1960, and he took photos of them at that time.
And then he convinced the paper in Liverpool that to be like a correspondent during the Lee Harvey Oswald arraignment stuff, right?
Yeah, so following the assassination of JFK in November of 63, John Peel passed himself off as a reporter for the Liverpool Echo. Mm-hmm. So he told Dallas police that he was...
Yeah, he just made something up.
I mean, he had an English accent, so they're like, oh, I guess, sure.
But supposedly he's in all that footage.
Yeah,
like,
so he said he was with the Liverpool Echo, and so he attended the arraignment of Lee Harvey Oswald, and he and a friend are in the footage of the midnight press conference at DPD when Oswald was paraded in front of the media.
Yeah, when he walks through down there.
Yeah. Not when he was shot.
No,
not when Jack
but
Ruby shot. Like the day before, I guess.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Isn't that crazy? But keep looking. Guess what radio station ended up hiring him?
WRR.
Keep going.
Oh, KLIF.
In Dallas. Isn't that weird? Never heard that.
Never heard that. So I guess because when Beatlemania hit the U.S., that was his entree to KLIF. Like, hey, I'm English. I know all about this.
I know all, and he made all that up.
Right.
But that's how he got hired. Is he was the Beatles correspondent because of how big they were.
Yeah, and then he later went and worked at KOMA in Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy?
And then he had a breakfast show in San Bernardino, California, before he returned to Britain in 1967.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
So 67 was when he started with the pirate radio station Radio London, which is what we were talking about when they had to be on a boat. Offshore.
You have to go offshore.
Yeah, because the BBC controlled the airwaves.
Mm-hmm. And TV, everything.
Everything so it was all state-run.
Yeah.
And so in order to play anything that wasn't approved by the BBC, it had to be on pirate radio.
I would have loved to have... I mean, think of how crazy those radio boat stations were.
Yeah.
That would have been really funny.
And it seemed like that only lasted about a year, and then he got on with the BBC late in 67 and kind of worked his way up, and then it wasn't until like 69 that he got his own show. Mm-hmm. And then it just kind of came from there, where he started to make connections with friends like Mark Bolan. He became friends with John Lennon and Yoko Ono. So just an odd note that he took a 3-week holiday in 1986, and then when he got home, he had 173 LPs, 91 12 inches, and 179 7-inches waiting for him at his house of bands trying to get on his show or unsigned bands trying to get signed.
Because he was the liftoff.
Yeah, he was the career maker.
Mm-hmm. He was the George Camargue.
Bringing it back to Dallas.
But yeah, I thought you would like the KLIF thing.
That's amazing.
Isn't that weird? Never heard of that.
Rhines would love that.
I know, right?
I'm sure Rhines was listening to KLF back at that time. I wonder if he remembers that connection.
He didn't change his name till he went back, so maybe he was still Skorskanov or whatever his name is.
Rapunzel?
Yeah.
John Rapunzel?
Raparsonov.
Ravenscroft.
Ravenscroft. That's what I meant.
Isn't that a house in
Game of
Hogwarts?
Thrones? Oh, I thought you meant Game of Thrones.
One of those? One of those?
Ravenscroft were the ones that just had the birds. They didn't have any dragons.
Yeah, it's lame.
That's lame. Stupid birds.
Okay, so we're going to move on and we're going to play a New Order jam next.
Yeah.
We played Joy Division off the top, and Joy Division, I mean, I guess What's His Nuts, the other dude, 24-hour party people.
What's His Nuts?
You know,
Tony,
not Tony Stark, Tony Blair,
no.
Tony What's His Nuts.
Yeah, Tony What's His Nuts. Tony Wilson.
Tony Wilson, yes. So Tony Wilson is the one who discovered Joy Division, but John Peel definitely had a hand in launching Joy Division. And then after the unfortunate events of Ian Curtis's suicide, and they reinvented as New Order.
Yes.
New Order then was a frequent guest on the John Peel Show doing Peel sessions. And I would say, again, this is my bias, my personal bias, but I would say that the New Order Peel sessions are like the second most famous Peel sessions to the Smiths.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think you're right.
So this Peel session is also from 1982. Didn't we say the Smiths was from 1982?
They were 83.
Or 83. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the year before. And so they played on this particular show, they played Turn the Heater On, We All Stand, Too Late, and 586.
Okay, and you have your favorite from this.
And yes, the one that I want to play is 586. 586 is a deep cut off of the Power, Corruption, and Lies record that's always been one of my all-time favorite New Order songs. And I think that this version is super cool because it is a live performance.
It's raw.
And 586 is one that they've dusted off in recent years, and they play it live now.
They'll bring it. They brought it back.
They brought it back.
Okay.
I mean, it was one that was kind of lost, to the ages, and now it's back, and we're bringing it back to Htwow. Are you ready for it?
No. Yes.
Yes?
Now I'm ready.
Okay. This is New Order 586 from 1982 on the Peel Sessions on Htwow.
Yes, I heard you calling. In the future, when you want me in your heart, I will help you. If you call out in the dark, heard you calling. Yes, I heard you calling. Heard you calling. Yes, I heard you calling. Can you hear me deep inside? From these feelings I can't hide. Can you hear me deep inside? From these feelings I can't hide. Can you hear me deep inside? From these feelings I can't hide. Hear you calling. Can you hear me calling?
I've never heard that.
You have never heard that?
No, that's really good.
I can't believe you've never heard that.
That is the distortion on the keyboard thing is awesome.
It's so good. I mean, when they reverse it, it's like, what are they doing? Where are they going?
Yeah, you can tell they were all looking at each other like, are we going to get back from this?
You know, is this how we rehearsed it?
Listen to this.
Man, New Order makes me want to crack another one.
I know. Click, 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 click.
It is time for beer number 2.
It's time for beer number 2. Oh. God, that takes me back.
I mean, was that a listen all the way through, or was that a skip when you would listen to Power, Corruption, and Lies?
Oh, Power, Corruption, and Lies is the whole thing all the way.
Okay, so 586, you're down with it.
Yeah. I miss the echo of the
I see danger, danger, danger.
Yeah, I thought that they were going to do that, but he went right past it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that song. But that's what I like about New Order too. They're not afraid to. That's different. That is not the same.
No.
That's good.
Man, we're doing things.
We're doing things, and his confidence for being such a non-singer.
Right? He just doesn't
Because
care.
he does it live at festivals too. He's not classically trained.
No.
He is, that is always something special.
Bernard.
Yeah, when they decided he was going to be the singer afterwards, that was a crapshoot.
I mean,
It obviously has worked.
It
So it
worked.
does not matter.
yeah.
But
Because on the first record, Peter sang like 3 or 4 of the songs, right?
did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, on Movement, they kind of split it up.
Okay. Because I know that they were all trying to do his voice. The
Yeah, they were trying to do like a baritone thing. Didn't work.
Yeah, it did not work.
I mean, I still love that record, but...
Yeah.
All right, so we are switching it up now. This is beer number 2. And this is a brewery that we've featured before, Cigar City Brewing. People probably know them for their High Lie. We've had that on the pod before, I think.
I don't know.
I don't know.
People probably know them.
I think that they are a well-known national brewery.
Where'd they brew 'em?
Tampa.
Oh, Tampa. You just said that. Yeah.
I don't think I did.
Oh, maybe.
But they, a lot of times we do stuff that is Dallas local or Houston College Station local. But
And
this
now
is,
we've hit Iowa and Florida.
yeah, now we're doing peel sessions. We're playing the hits, and we're also doing big time craft
Stuff.
brewers.
Yeah.
And so I think this is a relatively new one in their lineup,
Repertoire.
but it's called Florida Man, a double India Pale Ale.
Is that a red flag the second you hear it?
Florida Man?
No.
Yeah.
That means usually if you hear a story that starts off a Florida man,
Yeah. Have you ever seen the Twitter account Florida Man? It's like an aggregator for all of those wheels off stories, but pretty much.
yeah, because usually that is something awful comes after that
Yeah.
start.
Yeah, he's on bath salts and he tried to make love to an alligator. I don't know. So yeah, it says unpredictable varieties of hops used in nearly criminal volumes combined to create a bold, citrusy double India Pale Ale brewed to pay tribute to the world's worst superhero, Florida Man.
Why is it always an India Pale Ale? What's happening in India that... Why do they own the Pale Ales?
I don't know. It dates back. I think we looked this up one time.
Is
And
it at like the beginning of time? Is it in the Bible?
I think it is in the Bible.
Okay.
I think it's in Leviticus.
That's your go-to
Yeah.
Bible.
No, I think maybe when India was
Why do I think you're about to just make
I'm making stuff up from memory, but when India was a British colony,
Yes.
that they imported hops from India to England to make an India Pale Ale.
You're making it believable.
I mean, it sounds
right.
legit, right?
So let's go. Yeah, turn that light. God,
I just had to read the can.
man, we have Formula One on now. This is great.
I know.
We have a TV in the studio.
Let's just stop doing the pod.
Man, Max
Let's just
Verstappen's
drink.
been doing great, by the way. This is awesome.
This is stronger. This is an 8.5. Mm-hmm. It doesn't taste like 3 points stronger than the last one.
No, but it is hoppy though. It's
a little
There's
hoppier.
some hoppy stuff.
But
in
it's same color, same cloudy color.
Uh-huh.
I enjoy it. I like it.
there. That's what my pee looks like this week because of all of our partying.
Yeah, because of your lack of hydration
Yeah.
and much partying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so before we get to the next Peel Session Jam, which is Cocteau Twins,
Cocteau.
did you want to talk about the festivities that we had?
Yeah. Do you want? Are we housewarming or the ones we had this week?
Let's start at the hearse warming.
Well, the reason why we're here is because you're at a new place.
Yeah, and I think we maybe talked about it or touched on it before. But yes, the long journey from the last house to this house is over.
It's been a thing.
If you're a Ticket P1, you may remember the story of my last house having catastrophic foundation failure. To the point that we had to move out and they had to cut holes in the floor and drill down 66 piers to bedrock.
Yeah, to the core of the earth.
Yeah, they basically had to drill down all the way past China and then back to the core.
And then re-loop it.
Yeah, they had to loop it around for the magnetic force.
For the magnetic force.
To make sure the house wouldn't float off into space. So that was a whole ordeal. Then it was a whole ordeal to get that house sold. Meanwhile, we moved into an apartment and we had to put half of our crap in storage. And what was supposed to be like 6 or 8 months in the apartment turned into 2 years. But now, finally...
You had a COVID apartment.
We had a COVID apartment. Yeah, we were in lockdown in a 2-bedroom apartment with myself and my wife and sometimes my kid. And we were just really... It was a bonding experience, as most people experienced.
That's what you want to
during
do
COVID.
right after you get married.
Yeah, be locked in a 2-bedroom apartment together. But we finally were able to sell the old place, and then we were finally able to find a new place in this crazy housing market where everything is overpriced and there's no inventory, and every time you want to buy a house, there's a half a dozen other offers. It was crazy, but we finally found a place. And then everything magically worked out that we had like 2 months between when we bought the house till when we were supposed to move in. And we did a bunch of cosmetic upgrades. Nothing like structural. The house is good bones.
It's good bones.
Good bones.
It's good bones.
But we needed to make it our own. And we did, and we got it done just in time for the housewarming.
Yeah.
We made an aggressive goal of setting the date of the housewarming 2 weeks after we moved in.
Yeah, you did the CD release party.
Yeah, before the album was
where
mixed.
The CDs never ever make it to the CD release party.
The artwork wasn't approved.
Yeah, that is not going to be printed by then. But still do the show. Got to do the show. And let people order them.
Right.
And then you can send them. That will never be delivered.
Yeah, so we did it. We pulled it off.
You did pull it off. The only thing that was left was the speakers.
Yeah, I had holes in the wall where they had an old surround system in the main living room. And so I had them take the old speakers down because they were the kind that mount to the wall. They were like kind of like the Bose Acoustimass.
Right.
You know, the speakers that had like poles sticking out of the wall.
Yeah.
They were just really ugly.
Yeah.
And so I ordered some like flush mount speakers. But the guy who was supposed to install them the day of the housewarming party canceled on me. So I had holes in my wall.
Bob didn't make it over.
So, but yeah, those are in now. Everything's done. Even got some landscaping done in between now and then.
You know what I love about it? The house is huge.
It's not huge. It's actually smaller.
It's like a castle.
It's smaller than our last house.
But air conditioning is pumped on 60 all the time, but we all still end up around a little metal bar cart thing in the middle of the backyard.
Right.
For the whole party.
Yeah. The grown-ups were either in the kitchen or sitting on the patio in the back. And then all the kids, meaning us, were standing around a little portable cart in the middle of the yard. Cart? I had that cart at the last house.
That thing's awesome.
It's in the garage now. I have it as as the dart cart.
We were surrounding that thing and never really. We just basically went to the bathroom and came back to cart.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of rolling, folding carts. Like it's like a metal thing that collapses flat, but it's got three levels of shelves, and you can, put drinks on it or whatever.
Basically, we could put our drinks on it and stand in the middle of the backyard.
Yeah,
It was very out of place.
we looked ridiculous.
We looked ridiculous. But that's how it goes.
Yeah,
That's
and
life stuff.
and you shut it down.
I shut what down?
The housewarming.
What did I do?
You were the last one to leave.
I know, yeah.
It was like 4 a.m.
We were here late. Yeah, but I need to get my money's worth.
Yeah, and for you ticket P1s, the nicest guy at the ticket, Donovan Lewis, Donnie showed up.
Donnie was here, and he was awesome, and his wife.
Yes, and Twiggy. They came straight from Lone Star Park. They were playing the ponies, and then they came by.
I didn't hear that before.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so Donnie came by for a while, and then we also had the legend himself, Mike Reiner.
Jeez,
He
man.
came, and he held court until probably 2:33.
Yeah, every time I opened the door and looked to the right with him in his chair on that stage, basically,
Yeah.
while everyone's listening to him, I was like, will you please stop?
Let someone else talk.
And just... But, man, he was having a good time.
He was having a good time.
It was fun.
Yeah, and yeah, it's so... On the back porch, it's not a very big porch. It's kind of narrow, like more wide than long, or more long than wide. Anyway, you can only put like 2 chairs up there, and then there's like a step down, and then there's like another patio.
Uh-huh.
So Ryan's was sitting on his chair on, like you said, on the stage, and then everyone else was sitting down below in their chairs. So it was like MTV Unplugged or something.
Yeah, or like if Johnny Carson had a guest thing in Hawaii.
Right? Yeah, he's telling random stories and about music, about the ticket, about whatever, people are asking him questions, and he's just riffing.
And every time we walk by, we're just like, "Are you still talking?" And he's like, "Hey,
they want to hear." He was loving it. But
it's funny.
The next morning, I'm cleaning up in the backyard, and so as you said, he's sitting in like a wicker chair. It's one of those like fake wicker. It's like
the outside chair.
It's like a plastic wicker chair.
Yes.
Right. And so I'm seeing all these like little pieces on the ground, like they look like little twigs.
Okay.
And I'm like, what is this? And so I'm gathering them all up and throwing them away. And then finally I realize it's from the arm of the chair.
He was just ripping the wicker off?
Yeah, that as he's sitting there talking to people, he's just digging into the arm of this chair, picking off pieces of this fake wicker.
That's perfect.
Yeah, this is a little nervous tick.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, it was wonderful having him there and Donnie there and
We'll need to have Donnie on the thing for
on
sure.
the pod. Yes, for sure.
We'll
He
get
would love
into
that.
some good tunes.
Yeah, he would love that. But yes, we are in the house. As I told you earlier this evening before we started the pod, the tap is turned off. There's going to be no more money spent.
You know that doesn't make... You've owned houses. The
I know.
money is always spent.
Well, planned money.
Okay, planned.
Yeah.
Spent.
It's certainly there's going to be things that come up as you own a house that you don't anticipate having to pay for. But I am done spending money on stuff and things.
Look, you just got to be happy you're back in your hood again.
Yes.
This is your area.
Yeah, everything is as it should be. And here we are in Htwow Studios, Dallas.
I know.
It's magical.
These microphones sound great.
They really do.
I know. You said do really good.
They really do.
They really do. They sound amazing.
Can you hear my throat gurgle?
This is EVRE20. They sound amazing.
Thank you, patrons. Okay, let's get back to the tunes.
All right, what are we playing now? We had a plan.
Yeah, so we've knocked out the Smiths and New Order. I mean, I don't know about you, but those are probably my 1 and 2 all time.
Yeah.
I know it's really difficult because there's so many great bands, and as we mentioned, Depeche Mode isn't even in the equation for Peel Sessions. But now we're going to switch it up to kind of our dark horse favorite.
Yes.
Cocteau Twins are a band that maybe not everyone knows, but are ultra important, ultra influential, and for so many of our friends who didn't know them and discovered them via us, they are eternally grateful for being introduced to them.
Yes, this was something they didn't grow up with, but now are infatuated with. Like the Cocteau Twins, they can't get enough, and it's just same thing with Jesus and Mary Chain and My Bloody Valentine and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
You don't hear that growing up, and then when they hear it later, they are very thankful that this has come into their lives. But Cocteau Twins might be number one on the list of those bands. Because they've all heard the Smiths and New Order and Depeche Mode. You just hear those bands.
Yeah, especially when alternative radio was a thing, those bands would get played still.
But like Heaven in Las Vegas, maybe once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
But not really, let's face it. But so what is the, I forget the tune we picked.
Yeah, so we went back and looked, and Cocteau Twins had 3 different Peel sessions. I believe it was like 81, 82, 83. And so the first couple, because when Cocteau Twins first came out, they were very goth. Like that first record, Garlands, is very dark.
It's a listen.
Yeah.
It's not as pleasant as the later stuff.
Yeah. And so we went with the later stuff. We went with something off of the 1983 Peel session. And so it is a song called Hitherto.
And there's another one, Strange Fruit is on there, right?
Strange Fruit is from the middle one. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. We only listened to a blip. We're all listening to this for the first time, right? All the way through.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever listened to this all the way through.
Yeah, it sounded cool.
I mean, I know the song. I know the song, but I don't know this version.
The Peel version.
Yeah.
So this is the first for all of us.
Let's sit back and let Liz tantalize our ears with Hitherto on Htwow.
Ear brain.
Your head aside, I could cool down with pencil day.
Okay, so that is you can tell that is a in session thing because she did some vocal stuff.
Yeah, either they went back and tracked some backup vocals, or they had tracks ahead of time that she
Maybe.
was singing along with.
Yeah. I mean, they did have backup singers every now and then, but surely not at that thing.
Man, that's crazy.
That sounds great. That kick drum is awesome.
I'm trying to
Yeah, you're doing something over there.
I'm trying to make sure I'm not talking out of my ass like I was when I was talking about India IPAs.
If you could talk out of your ass, do you think your voice would be different?
It'd be a little deeper.
You think it'd be deeper? Mine would be higher,
Yeah.
if that's possible.
Lord, I know. No, so Hitherto was on the EP Sunburst and Snowblind.
I don't have that.
Have you seen that one?
Do you have that?
I don't know if I do. But then it was also included on the compilation Pink Opaque.
Okay, yeah, because I have definitely heard that song.
Yeah, and so I just can't see definitively if all of the versions, if the version on Sunburst and Snowblind and then the version that's on Pink Opaque, if they're all the Peel session or if they ever re-recorded it.
Oh, you think that was an original song they played on the Peel Sessions thing?
Well, that's what I'm saying is I think that the Peel session recording
Is the recording.
is what ended up on the EP and then later on the compilation.
Oh, that's weird.
So I don't know that they ever did like a studio version. I wish John Peel was alive to settle this.
Let's ask him.
John, are
John,
you there?
John, are you in the room with us? He's probably like, you guys set this up in 2 seconds, and we used to have to buy boats and go out into you nerds doing a podcast.
We used to get on a tugboat and plug in a ham radio.
Yeah, and could barely broadcast to like a couple of hundred people, and you guys can do a podcast in your little office room in your house to the entire
John.
world.
Sorry, John.
But we're playing his stuff.
Yes.
We're keeping it alive.
But as far as I can tell, that the Peel session version of Hitherto is the only version that exists. I don't know.
Well, it sounds... I've heard that... Well, I don't know if I've heard that version, but I know that song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Don't die, don't beat 'em, burr. It's good, man. I think that's the best thing about the Peel session stuff is you can totally get lazy with the radio recording or the in-session thing and it not be that good.
Right.
But they went over the top. It sounds... The engineers of these, like, it's full on a good recording. Every time they do it, they didn't cheapen the thing just to get the session
they didn't
in.
just stick up some room mics.
Yeah, just pull down the radio mic and play your acoustic guitar and let's go and do your thing.
No,
like,
yeah.
They went for the full session here. This was a full day setup, easily,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
It's like the who's the guy from Squeeze? The guy that does
Jules Holland.
Jules Holland. When they do that, the setup and the sound is awesome, and that's why everyone likes to do it because it's professional.
Right.
And
well,
they're
these days, if you watch, if you've ever seen any of the KEXP sessions, are they San Francisco KEXP?
that sounds right. Yeah.
They do session recordings.
Yeah.
And they have big names come in there and play, and they do mic it up, they do set it up, and it's legit.
Yeah,
and it makes a difference.
You can get big bands to come in there because they know
it's gonna sound good.
This is for real. This
Yeah.
isn't some breakfast show. Pull the mic down, play the stupid song. and
Yeah,
that's
but
good.
to me, that's the amazing thing about the Peel sessions, as we talked about with the Smiths and just talked about with Cocteau Twins, is that those recordings were so good that they became canon for that band.
Yeah, and the next one you're going to play, the Cure one, what's it from the 79? What are we playing? It's really
yeah,
early.
I think we're playing. They played 78, 79, and 80. And
Yeah.
we're going to play from the 79 set.
Yeah. So you got to think about that. The Cure is not, they're brand new.
Yeah.
So this is setting them off. The Peel sessions get them going, and they're on it because David Bowie used to be on it.
Yeah. So I guess 78 was the Three Imaginary Boys record, and then 79 was the 17 Seconds record,
Is that right?
right?
Or is it vice versa?
No, Three Imaginary Boys was first.
Okay.
Yeah. And
can't
so, yeah, they were just starting out.
Yeah, so this starts their career. John Peel started a million careers. He starts the lives of a million lives.
But just the fact that these recordings are so good that the band was like, yeah, let's just put that out. Mm-hmm. We don't need to re-record it.
We did it in one day.
Yeah.
It sounds great.
One take. That's it. So good.
So good.
Should we just play The Cure?
Yeah, let's play The Cure and then we'll talk about other stuff.
Okay, so I said that it was 79, but it's actually 80.
Okay.
So this is March 3rd of 1980. Mm-hmm. This is The Cure. So in this set, they played A Forest, 17 Seconds, Play for Today, and M.
Okay, and what are we doing?
And we are doing A Forest, which is, it's a set closer, but they actually opened the set with A Forest. Can you believe it?
Yeah, but let's do that. That sounds great. I can't wait. Because The Forest is always different every time they play it.
I know. And this one sounds really different. At least from what little I've heard of it.
Yeah.
So let's kick it down. The Cure on the John Peel Show on Htwow.
Simon turn off at the end.
Right?
It's always, he's been doing it ever since. Dunka, 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 dunka. God.
Man. Dude.
I could go with that version. That version's fine.
Yeah.
They did a great job.
Every version of that song is awesome in its own way.
I know.
Every time they play it, it's different, but it's always great. I love the mixed up version.
Uh-huh.
I love the album version. I love the 12-inch version.
Man. That was great.
Dude.
We got back to our roots, Dave. Hey. We got back to our roots and played our stuff
Thanks to John Peel.
because of the peel.
I feel like hardly any time's gone by.
No, we've been cooking it. It's because the tunes have been good.
I know. Man. Well, shit, let's get out of here.
We have a whole After Dark to do.
Yeah, so if you do want to join us on the After Dark Peel sessions, go to Patreon and search up Htwow, or go to oldwaver.com and you can click on Premium and become a patron. I regret to inform you, listener, that we did not reach 100 patrons before this pod, so I will not be jumping Toby's trash cans on a BMX bike on a homemade ramp.
Like, it doesn't need to be till the next pod, but how many patrons do we hit before you jump trash cans?
100.
We hit 100 no matter when it is. It doesn't have to be in the next month.
Sure. When we hit 100, we'll jump trash cans.
You'll jump a trash can.
But you said I can wear all the padding that I want.
Anything
So,
you
yeah,
want. You
yeah.
can look like I think I said Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. So basically, we have to double our patrons in order for me to jump trash cans.
Trash cans. It's gonna happen, so get ready.
All right. I mean, maybe when I'm 60,
That'll be the best time to jump a trash can.
break a hip.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
You'll be in one of those like little, what are the ones you rest your knee on while you walk around?
Oh,
You know, the little roller knee
yeah.
thing.
Didn't Dale have one of those?
Yeah.
I'll just borrow his.
The little knee roller thing.
Yeah.
Is that the worst of the ones? Would you rather just be in a wheelchair? Or do you want the knee roller?
I mean, to me, the knee roller invites more questions. Like if you're just in a wheelchair. Oh, there's a dude in a wheelchair.
Yeah, that could be anything. But knee roller guy is like...
Yeah, like you can't use crutches for some reason.
Yeah, why can't you use crutches?
So you just put your knee on a roller.
Oh, no. Dog roller. It's like a dog roller.
It makes no sense. What is the purpose of that?
Yeah, why don't you just use crutches?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Whatever it is, this is riveting.
I know. Well, I guess maybe some people, I don't know, they crutches have advanced too. So,
Did they?
like, you know, like they have, so it doesn't put all the pressure on your armpit. You know what I'm saying?
They're like Bluetooth.
Yeah, they have Bluetooth in them.
I don't think
know.
crutches have ever advanced.
Have they not?
They're graphite.
I thought they had ones that had like they braces on your like forearm, like it's like it distributes the weight more evenly. I don't know.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think that's for a different thing.
That's for like spina bifida or
Restless leg syndrome.
I have restless leg.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's that mean? You like get
Just
squirrely?
can't sit still. It looks like I have to pee my pants all the time.
Man, I knew we'd get here.
We're just now getting cranked up.
Do you
just
think
enough.
that this is what John Peel talked about on his show?
about restless leg and how much crutches have
What-
advanced?
crutches, the advancement of crutches
No,
for the community.
I think he was much more prepared and had a much more professional program than this one.
Whatever. We're not on a boat. We're in your office room.
That's right, and we're drinking. I mean, are we about to shut it down for some after dark?
Yeah.
Do you want to Do you want to ramp this up, or should I just punch in somewhere?
You can punch from the start if you want. It doesn't matter.
I should just punch from the start.
Yeah.
It's not that long of a song, right?
No. Hey!
1, 2, 3, go! Yeah, we need to listen to the whole thing so everybody can listen to Stephen Morse's fills again.
Music bites hard, and ambition will grow, and resentment rides high, but emotions won't grow.
Well, we made good on the promise.
And we're
We did
changing
our
our
John
ways.
Peel episode.
Taking different roads.
I don't know that we prepared enough. Like I feel like I probably should have like read an article or two. I feel like I should have had more facts in my brain.
I tied in the Dallas thing. That's
Yeah,
good.
you did that, and then I read a little bit off the wiki.
Yeah, I think we're okay. No one wants a report.
Nobody wants a book report.
No, we're okay.
My timing that
We did play 4 really hot jams.
We're here to remind people if they want to dive deeper, go look on your own.
Right. The more you know.
Yes, rainbow.
Rainbow. This has been the June 2021 episode of Htwow, episode 47. We thank you for being with us. We also want to double thank our vinyl sponsor, PositiveSpin.com. Positive Spin is where you can win the Htwow Album of the Month. Could be Joy Division Peel Sessions or the Joy Division vinyl album of their choosing. We'll figure it
Positive
out.
spin with a Z.
Yes, Positive Spin with a Z.
Yes.
They are our good friends. They're also patrons. And please join us on the After Dark. Can't wait to see you there.
If there's a taste in my mouth,
Da-dum, da-dum,
desperation takes hold.
da-dum.
Yeah, the song is so good,
Bum, 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 bum,
just
bum.
can't push it no more. But love will tear us apart again. Love will tear us apart again. Love will tear us apart again. Love will tear us apart again.
Yes. Yes.
Da-da-da-da.
Do it. Again. Thank you so much for being here. Tell a friend about Htwow. And we'll see you next month with hot new jams. Or maybe some old stuff. I don't know.
I don't know what
I
we're
don't know
gonna
what
do.
we're going to do. What we're going to do in College Station.
Yeah.
Get it.